found it. Finally. After 2 hours, I found it. The right size socket. I totally won't strip out this freaking bolt. Okay. Oh, is that recording? Wait, did you catch that? Oh. Alrighty then. Okay, what's up guys, and welcome to part 2 of me trying to build this damn table. So the plan for this episode is I'm going to try to make the legs. Now, I could do them like this and have them go diagonal like a coffee table, but that would only be about like 1.5 feet tall. But it's a table, so it wants to be about this tall, about waist high, about maybe like 3'2" is what I'm thinking. So if I were to do that, I would need to have a really long board, cut it to length, cut the ends flat, and it would have to be up here for it to do that. It'd be a pretty long cross section on the long side of the table, on the sides of it. But no, I don't want to do that. So, because also trying to walk around be pretty hard. And he's bushwalking and stuff over there. So walking around would be hard to do. If you walked and you would clip the legs. That wouldn't be good. So I'm just gonna do it like I've planned to do it this whole time, and do it here on the side. I think that'll work the best. I have a few of these. Well, not really. And I'm gonna cut these to the right length. So the height is about 3'2". I'll guesstimate it, and then hopefully it can be the right height. So yeah, let's start with that. And I also got my tools back. Everything's here. And the old Milwaukee, man, that thing, it kind of gets hot and it overheats. But yeah, got some other stuff. Got all the nuts and bolts. So what I plan to do for this is I plan to have the bolts. Where is it? And simply. So I'm going to cut the boards. There's going to be 2 of these each on both sides, and there's going to be a cutout about half of the depth here in the middle of it. It'll be about half the depth on both boards, and then they're going to sleeve into each other. And then with 2 of these each, I'm going to then bolt on each side all the way through, and put the nuts on the other side, and do and just tighten it all down together. So yeah, I plan on doing that. Now let's go ahead and get to the time lapse, and let me see if I can measure things right, and I'll see what happens. Yeah. Okay, so I've cut them to the length of 4'2", except for the one previous, it was 4'5". I'm leaving a bit of room because I still have to measure how much more I have to cut. Because first I'm going to slant them to the angle that I need, which will be the angle to make it flat on the bottom of it, but at an angle. So I'll figure that, and then whatever height it's gonna, or whatever length, I'll cut it down whatever size it needs to be to make it the total will be 3'2". I'm trying to go for the height of this thing to be 3'2". I think that might be a pretty good height. Well, for me at least, I'm 5'9", so yeah. But yeah, okay. I ain't sure how to do that, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah. At that angle, I'm not sure if you can see it, but about at that angle, I'm gonna try to cut it flat like that. I'm gonna see if it works. I'm gonna cut the same angle, but farther down, so I still have more room to work with to see where I'm trying to get here. But yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna adjust the pitch here. It's a 4/10 pitch. I'm gonna do the 4/8. I can't remember what the name of those are, but it's 4/8. Do it down here. What the hell just happened? I just had it. It was just good. Okay, that is. Okay. So I can keep this. Okay. Right there is where I'm headed. Okay, cool. Alright, let's slant that. There we go. So for this, typically you want to start on the flatter side. Honestly, I don't know. But the guard will actually get in the way, so it's best to kind of like hold it back and then cut it, which isn't the safest option. But hey, I'm not even wearing safety glasses, so who cares? But yeah, so. I realize that I need to clamp this thing down because it is not wanting to sit still. Oh, they're in here. Typically I can always press it against my body, but it'd be hard to do it from this angle, so. This is it's not a vise, it's something else. I can't quite remember. Why is it still sliding around? Dude. Oh, I see. I can't go any farther because someone decided to turn it all the way up. I like how this thing's so old that the more that you tighten it, the more that the metal bends. This thing's been used. Pretty much all these tools that my dad has is pretty much older than me. So, okay, let's get to this. Kind of worked is a bit lopsided, but I'm sure I can always shave it down. Come on now, get the frick out. Thankfully I have a table to work with. Oh, hell yeah. I get there. I can let it sit. Roughly I'd say cut it about right here. If it even is still tall enough, that is. I might have come off all these for no reason. Yay. I love how the wind just picks up. I freaking love the wind. I don't think this is going to be tall enough. Oh shit. Oh hell, it's close. Oh no. Okay, well, here's the deal. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. What you do, you cut right there. As best of that angle as possible. So why the hell is this thing? It's literally it's tightened down, and it's still moved. Okay, so this angle right there, it is really close. It's very close to the edge. That's not good. I'm gonna see if I can get that at the right angle. So what I want is for this to be as flat as possible. You know, the feet are going to be in dirt, mud, and gravel, so it really don't matter what the feet do as long as the feet are relatively flat for more flat surfaces. So as long as it's of a decent manner, I guess it's all right. But right there. There. Yeah, that works. That is totally not gonna not work. Yeah. I might not actually cut this. I might. You know, I'm gonna. Actually, no. I will cut this. Yeah. Again, it's kind of sketchy. I'm not doing this to be perfect. If I was trying to be perfect, I would get like a lot more time spent on this, but I'm not doing that. So it's just a scrap table to shoot shit on, or to lay stuff on. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally not gonna use this in my later videos where I shoot shit. So. And also, my fingers are away from the blade. When I hold it on the end, and I help kind of guide it, but I don't let my fingers in front of the blade. So yeah, I'm kind of letting the blade just cut its own direction, and I try to make it straight to begin with. Sometimes chips of softer wood will like spit up and stuff. One just tagged me in the hand. Okay, let me just freaking loosen this bitch. Oh my god. There. So this is what we're kind of working with. Here's the top that will sit on the table roughly like this. that's straight, I can't tell. And then the bottom, which is of this angle, will sit on the ground like that. So I can't really test it, but I guess I'm gonna cut the rest of them like this. This whole thing is still about 4 foot. Well, from long point to short point, 4 to 7 inches, or short point to long point, it's about 4.5 feet. So, 4.5 feet being 48 inches and a half, but still, yeah. So I'm gonna copy and paste, and then I'll see if it fits whenever I put it on there. Hopefully it does. I don't want to cut anymore. So, as far as I'm concerned, it is of length. So, and that does not look straight. I might want to cut that a little bit more. But again, I'll just copy and paste it, and I'll get them ready. So. Make sure that we are able to make it all flush all the way through. Leave as much of a gap as you possibly can. Mark it on slider wood, not all busted up looking frickin' pieces of frickin'. Yeah, I'll just try to square that. I don't think I'm gonna. One. Again, I'm marking on the flat side, not the busted side, as you can see about the bark, so we can get a proper angle on this. What's the angle here? My ass. That's what it is. And number 3. That's probably the straightest freehand draw I just did. Oh my god. Like straight along with this too. It just went. Okay. God damn. Like after all this time of doing it, now it flops down. Yeah. Okay. That should do it. Now I'm going to cut it. Nope. Can't freehand that saw. I'm not with the strength of 20 men in the wrist. Yeah, I just pinched my hand. Damn it. Okay, let's do it this way then. Why is it getting caught? Oh my Jesus. Typically this don't happen. I can only do from instructions. The only proper way. That'll have to do. That's some bullshit. That one's better. Okay. Same thing I just did. Yeah, this will definitely not last the rest of the year. It's all barky, like spark, like Pokemon. A little bit left. So what I did there, I came from the top. So instead of coming in straight, I went ahead and cut on top first. Not typically safe to do that, but it's got to be careful, be sturdy. And coming from the top, let it dig in, kind of pull this just a little bit, and then push all the way through. So instead of starting at the front and try to push your way through the angle, you can come down on top of it and then only cut a little bit left. On my number 3 right here. On the outside of the line. Like on the inside, I want to save as much as possibly can and cut on the cutoff side. I can't freehand cut that much of an angle. Yeah, something like that. Okay, now they're all straight, and they're all totally not gay. And yeah. Now, what I want to do is I want to cut out a groove, in the middle of the board, so that half of its depth is out, same as that one. So when they combine, they will be flush together because their depth will meet, and it'll be a nice sleeve. And then I'll put those bolts in. And then I'll screw it, or I'll drill a hole and then I'll screw it, and then all that. Speaking of drilling, what the hell is that drill bit? Found it. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so I did a thing. I scratched my head a few times. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is both of these are gonna go across like this. So it'd be, well, to turn it over. It'll be something like this. So it'll be flat here going across, and it'll be flat over there. I'll have to angle it right at the right direction, make everything flat. It looks something like that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this one as the measure one. I'm gonna just get this one, flip it over, or no, because that'd make it different. I might have to copy the same thing on the other side, but it's starting to get a little bit cloudy. I don't know if it's gonna rain or not. So I couldn't mark the exact center because it's hard to mark from long point to long point, or short to long and then short. But I figured that 25 inches on this side is right there. 25 inches on this side is there, and then I just kind of split, or somewhere, and then I split the difference in between them. So then I measured the width of the 2x4s. So when I cut it to half length or a depth, then it'll hopefully fit. And yeah. Now, this might be some wobbly ass legs. Like the table itself is the easy part. Just getting all these damn angles good, and then cutting it to the right side and length. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna cut that. I'll see how it looks, and if it don't look good, I'll improve it on the second one, and then I might just throw this bitches away and then grab some new ones. So let's do it. Alright, so here's what I did. So I cut just about half of the depth of it, and same with this one, although the bark kind of made it a little bit tricky. And they kind of fit into one another. The feet do align, though this one is the bottom, I'll mark that one at the bottom too. This one's was longer when I cut it, so it really don't matter. But as far as I'm concerned, it kind of works. Kind of, you know, it's fairly in line. It might be a little bit wobbly, most likely, and the depths didn't really match up all that well. It oh, I have it backwards. Shit. Hang on a second. Uno momento, por favor. Yeah. Okay. Motherfucker. Okay, so it fits pretty much something like this. Now, I don't know if it's just because I didn't tack it in yet. There might be a slight gap down where they meet. But in terms of overall functionality, it is fairly tight. Yeah, it fits like a glove. Again, it could probably come together a little bit more. But again, I probably didn't cut it deep enough on both of them. But this is what it'll look like. It'll look something like this, and it'll be on one side and the other side of the table, and it'll fit somehow flat. I will have to readjust this because that does not look straight at all. Like, just seeing, you know, in comparison to the trailer, this is not straight. So the trailer ain't straight either. But I'd say it needs to be re-flattened, but that's not too bad. This was just kind of just a rough guesstimate, so I'll definitely remeasure that. It shouldn't be too hard. It was a 4/8 pitch, and I guess now I have to do it like a 4/9, maybe a 4/10. I don't know. It's a weird thing with squares. But yeah, okay. Next one, I'll do that, and then I'll see if I can change this one. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay. All right. I thought I almost fucked up. So the depth, I did change it because now those were too deep, too shallow. Now these are too deep, but I could probably put like a few bacon strips in there to fill it up. I don't know, but yeah, I was trying to see. I was facing this direction whenever I was cutting it. In the video at the very end, you probably saw me turn it over, and I thought I fucked up because this will not match that. But thankfully, this direction will match this direction. So thankfully, I got that figured out. And also, thankfully, it's still just it's a right angle. It's just straight down. So thankfully, I can also change these out. I thought about flipping it over, but I was like, oh no, I fucked it up. I can't flip it over because then the other side is not going to be the same. But no, you just kind of rotate it, and then you'll match up. But yeah, so what I did was, as you saw in the video, I went ahead and I marked out the width of the boards that I measured with, and then with the skill saw I cut those lines. But then the same depth, which this time was too deep. It's also windy. It's gonna rain soon. Holy shit! Oh my god! Yeah, it's gonna rain here in about 10 minutes. I kind of smell it. I can feel it. But so I cut bacon strips out of it. You know, I probably about this direction. You know, I was cut strips in it all the way through. And with the hammer, as you saw in the time lapse, I took the teeth of it, and there's a dust in my eye, and I was able to hit and knock them off, and then boom, did the saw again, same depth. I just ran it through, and I was able to shave down every single thing without sanding it. It's a very crude way of doing it, but hey, it works. As long as you're good with it, it'll work. If you're not good, it'll catch, throw, and it'll throw you around. You gotta make it your bitch anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna, holy shit. I'm gonna have to go, unfortunately. But yeah, I did do this thing. It is too deep though. I will probably put in a thin strip somewhere like that. See if that might solid it up. I might see if I can cut these down to more like this width, and see if anything else can fit in there. Which it ain't really gotta be too bad, because all I gotta do is just put in those bolts right here. Which these bolts. So what I want to do is once it's on there, I do want to do a with the drill bit. I'll drill a hole either here or there or whatever, and then I'll drill these things in through the hole all the way through, with the washer on this end, the washer on the other end, with a nut, and I'll be able to fasten both sides, which it should go all the way through. It should definitely make its way through. That's why I got 2 inch, because this is only like 1.5 inches. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll get that video or that clip tomorrow for this video. This works, and that door just slammed. I'm gonna go. I might finish something up here, but I ain't gonna finish the whole thing today. So yeah, that was metal in the front of the house moving. Great. Okay. I'll go see what that was. But yeah, I'm gonna do one more thing probably, just to kind of spice the things up, and then I'll get the other stuff tomorrow, which you'll see in this video. So stay tuned in about 5 seconds. 3, 2. So this is where it went all to crap. See, I made those blocks for the feet to fit into on the bottom of the table, but as you can see by that leg that was just sticking up, it is in the wrong spot. So for the next little few minutes here, I put the blocks facing the wrong direction, and they were meant to be facing the other way to go on just the ends of the table, not long ways like a coffee table. So yeah, that's my stupidity, and that'll be explained in the next clip of the next day. But yeah, I didn't mean to do that, so let's just move on now. Continuing this video, I'm going to come back tomorrow, get out of these bugs, because it's starting to get nighttime. They're starting to come out. I'm going to drill holes inside or through. Let me move this. Ow, not in the air. Damn it. I'm going to drill holes through these, and then I will put the nuts and the bolts and the washers, whatever else, all through them. And I will be able to fasten them together all nice and good. And that'll be tomorrow, which will be here in this video in about 3, 2, 1. Yeah, don't listen to anything what I just said. I'm sure I already did like a voiceover, but everything I did of the of the blocks over here, they're facing the wrong direction. As I said, they got to be facing that way, not long ways. They got to go short ways. So, so the legs are not going to go, long ways like a freaking coffee table. It's going to go like a table on this side, this way. So I'm going to fix those, but after I drill these, I'm going to drill these. I have the Impact, which is really old. I have the Bosch, however you say that, drill. I'm going to drill the holes on the marks on both of them, and then I'll put all the bolts through. I'll drill all those in. I have a socket, everything for that, and I'll get that in there all nice and good. And then I'll fix the blocks underneath, and then we'll see what fits. See what fits. Okay, so I have appeared to fused this together. I'm assuming the heat from it going through the wood and the bolt, the nut and the socket has like got so hot it's like expanded, and it won't fucking come off now. But I guess for now I'm gonna show what I did. So pretty much the bolts are 2-inch or 2.5-inch, I think. They were. There's a mosquito. Wow. Okay. And I drilled holes with this, and the bit is the same width as the bolt itself. Not the bolt and the threads. The threads have to be a little bit longer than the drill bit so that it can still thread into the wood. It has to be the same width as the cylinder of the bolt itself, so that the threads can still get caught in the wood and still make its way through. Now, I use the washers, obviously. Can't forget those. The nut and everything. So I'm using a socket wrench. Not socket wrench. I'm using a lifetime guarantee. But I'm putting it on both sides like I did the last one. On both sides, I hold it down on the other side, and then with the impact and the socket that is now stuck, I hold it down, drill it, tighten it until it's all good. But I can't get the fucker off, so I'll just cut to whenever I get it off, and then I'll show you the final product. And well, then after I fix those fuckers up in there. But yeah, okay. And next. Okay, so far it looks decent. I try to make the slots where the feet go into be as what's the word? To be as accessible as I possibly can. But I think if this thing was like sitting down on the ground and you just pick the whole table up, the feet would probably stay with it because it's so like stuck in there. This side, well, not so much, because actually, you know, trial and error the first time doing this, I cut too much actually. So when I was measuring it, instead of it, you know, compensating for the angle, I cut it straight and I didn't leave some room. That's why I had to put this little gap there to kind of fill in the space in between these. I thought about doing that one, but it's too thin to really do anything. But it kind of works. It's a little bit flimsy, but this one might be the problem child. But this pair of legs here is actually not too bad. I did kind of guesstimate, compensated for the angle of tilt, and actually it fits pretty well. It's all the way down. It won't go any farther, and also won't really come out. Okay. Yeah, I was actually trying. This thing won't come out. Jesus. Yeah, so that one might be a little flimsy on us. Now, if it does ever kind of tend to fuck up, I might actually put like a 1/2-inch dowel rod through here, so it won't like kind of wiggle wobble. But I'm gonna turn it upside down, and I'm gonna see if it stands and see how tall it is. I did have to cut a lot more to make the feet as flat as possible. This one and maybe even that one is probably the best ones, but this one and this one, those two are probably the most crooked looking ones ever, if you can tell by looking at this. Yeah, sucks. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this thing over and see if it stands up nice and good. Move all this stuff. Yeah, it wasn't safe to cut that angle for the feet slots, because if that a triangle, I cut it. This one, it wasn't actually very safe because my hand, because I was holding it here. Granted, I was on the other side of the thing, so I still had some clearance for the blade to hit in case anything happened. But it's not good to hold your fingers that close to a moving blade when it's only just a few inches away. So yeah, no less than 3 inches is typically the rule. I try to go no more than 5 or 6 or more. But yeah, so don't do that. But yeah, let's see if this thing stands. Again, this one is wobbly. I try not to split that, so maybe it might stay here and not break apart whenever I turn over. But yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go around. They actually hold it by the legs too. Very nice. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Ow. See what I mean? That did fall out. Okay, here, let me do a thing. I'm gonna get off my toe. If I can tip it over and put it on top of the horse, I can put that thing back on there, and I might just drill it on. But oh, god damn, I can't. My fingers won't go any farther. Okay. Yeah, that thing fell out. Great. Okay. I don't know how. You can't prop it up anywhere. No. This needs a two-person table. Yeah. Okay, maybe I have an idea. Let me do a thing. Okay. Lay it top side back where it should be. This is the top. This is the flatter end. Yeah, flatter end. Now, already it is taller than the horses, so it should work a little bit taller. It should be about this height. So let me see if I can slide it on there. Wait, what? Oh, it's backwards. Or not? No. Wait, what the fuck? What the hell? Huh? Hello? Why won't it fit? What happened? It's sticking out past it. It must be upside. Okay, I forgot to record what the hell I just did. Unless it stopped. I don't know if it did or not. But I turned it over. The legs fell out though, and this is the top. Oh no. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, I see what I did. I cut. Okay. Okay, no, I didn't mess up anything. You can see how that's flat with this, but this is not flat with that, but it's going this way. It's going this way. It made no sense. You think it'd be flat there, flat there, flat there, flat there, but no, I put it backwards because this will actually pin up against the side whenever it sits on there. Okay, so I'm running out of storage on my phone, so I'm going to cut to whenever I put these legs on, and then I'll probably body slam it. I don't know. See how sturdy it is. Alright, so according to my hypothesis, I ran the experiment and Let's hope it works. I'm gonna lay the phone on the table. I'm gonna move out the horses from underneath. They are just short enough to do it. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, yep. All right. This thing's too damn heavy. It's also raining, which is no good. It's really heavy. Okay. Let's see if I can move this one out. Oh, come on. Get the shit. Oh, God. Okay. All right. So I got the tabletop on. It was kind of hard. I had to wedge it up, slide it in there, and then back down. The other side's the same thing. Put it back up and then back down. But I say it works. It's a pretty good height. Let me show you. This is what I did. That's it. It's a little bit flimsy. It takes a. It's kind of rickety. I probably could have made those blocks a little bit tighter in there, but then it wouldn't slide in right. Now unless I like screwed it on the sides and stuff in there, then maybe it wouldn't rock so much. But who knows? In the future, I might put some dowel rods through the top or bottom, run it through, put a wedge piece and hammer it in there and tighten it. I don't know. I see it's an old-fashioned like tongue and groove type stuff I'm trying to do. But yeah, I'd say it works. It don't rock this way. It just only rocks this way. It's no good. I probably shouldn't be doing that. But the bolts hold up. They're good for this. And some other stuff if you want to do is go to Ace Hardware. And yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. That the sides I guess can act as a two-person like job if they want to use a handle, try to hold it and then move it. But yeah, it's a pretty solid table besides the feet. But I'd say it looks pretty good. Yeah. Alrighty, I did a thing. Although the feet are not perfectly flat, nor is the sides of the legs flat either, but it works. It's all good. Everything underneath is fairly decent. I probably could have done a little better job with those. I might fix those one day. But for now, it's a good table. Also, I'm out 30 seconds away from this thing ending, so all right, I'll see y'all in the next one and whatever videos I post of this, which will be in the future, and whatever game I play or whatever else. So I will see you all in the next one, possibly using this table to shoot something off of it. So I gotta go. See y'all in the next one. Peace.